Army mateys, and welcome back to Pirate Droid here on the Gaming Droid. We just had another island hove into view. It was almost going to crash into my belly, but I stopped it. And as you can see, it'd be a dark and dangerous castle. It looks strange as well. Most of the islands be materials gathered around a crystal, but this one has a crystal at each corner. It's almost like it'd be a man-made island. So I've been getting myself ready. I've made myself some ferrous armour and I've got a nice little yellow armour set. Because, as some of you may have noticed, I was laid low by a terrible beast in my building video, i.e. I was killed by a cow. I was killed over there by a cow, and because of that I've also made myself some throwing daggers, so I can deal with things from a distance. But let's go and check out, and there's me head from when I was laid low. Ouch. Right in the face. So let's go and explore this new island, this new castle. It'd be a dangerous looking castle. Made from dark stone. There'd be a bed. Ooh, that'd be nice. And in here we have a bookshelf with a book on it. But let's go and have a look elsewhere first. There'd be a gate and crystals, and there be some foul smelling stuff a-growing on the ground. Down in here we have a table, and we have a desk, and we have a chest. What's in the there be salt in the chest. What about this chest? There be a lot of salt in this place. Why this place be so salty? This be a diary. Day 13. The end of the world came so quickly, and we were lucky to find a way to escape. Now we're floating on this forsaken island. Day 80. I have decided to tell you my story. Me name is Lady Savory, wife to Lord Savory. Me husband was a kind and generous man, but since the end of the world he has changed. The island was a forsaken prison, but we survived on it, and slowly me husband built us a home. Now he is turning everything to ruin, and his madness progresses. He mutters to himself of tanks and campers, and all the while he collects salt from other islands, and from the sea we dip down to visit from time to time, more and more salt. My house, the house of Savory, has fallen, and now we become the house of salt, with my husband performing mad experiments. I fear it's the influence of the cursed crystals doing it. Ah, the ladder be collapsed. Let us build up the ladder and go and visit the top. On the bookshelf, we have Lord Savory's diary. I have heard the whispering. I have been seen them fail again and again. But I won't. I know the secret. I will gather the salt, and I will spread the salt. Salt the world, and all the things be right. I have so much salt, but it isn't enough. The tank won't hold his place, and the tank keeps moving. Why won't it stay still? I need that lava where the tank is. He has one job. I know I shall salt the tank. I must lock my wife away with the salt. I must keep her safe, and the salt will save her. Salt all, salt. Bodies, bricks, salt. I must find it, my precious. So, me lads and me hearties, this be the castle of the Savories. And in the castle of the Savories we find that one of them has gone a little bit mad, and how do I get it out? There we go. And has imprisoned his wife. Now there is no sign of the Savories, but this is now the castle of salt, and this will probably become me monster farm. I'll be making this into me monster farm later, because I need some monsters. But as you can see, so that was Savory Kurt's contribution. A couple of the YouTubers I know are going to get their own islands. YouTubers and friends of mine are going to get their own islands, and this is the House of Savory, also now known as the House of Salt, because we tease him about being salty. And we have a cow, and now we don't have a cow. Yeah, this is a flint throwing dagger, so it does flint damage, but it does a surprising amount of damage. And that's the story of Lord Savory and the Castle of Savory, which will become my monster farm later on. But until then, we have some other things to do, and I've got a whole list of quests that I want to show you guys the completion of. So let's start with learning to skyblock. In learning to skyblock, we have to make some endstone. And endstone is easy enough to make. We need lava and we need a piece of glowstone. And all we do is we pop lava in a stone basin and we put some glowstone on top of it and we get some endstone. So that's our first quest done. And we get an ender pearl for it. And the ender pearl is a very valuable thing early on. So the next quest we're going to do is over in Nope, it's not over in Sky Farm, it's over in Storage Wars. So we have a quest to build Bilbo's storage. And Bilbo's storage is string, and I believe it's string, grey wool, and iron. Grey bag. String, grey wool, and a chest, sorry. So I've got full grey wool, I got grey by mixing ink and bone meal, and I have no chest. Let's make a chest. Chest. Pop the chest in and we get a grey bag, and the grey bag is just popped on your inventory bar and you can open it and access a little selection of items. And that gives us a brown bag. So we now have 2 tier 1 bags, and we can fill those up with items, and they can be stored in chests or stored in your inventory. Oop, don't throw the bag away, put the bag in the chest. Staying with the storage, we can make backpacks and things, but staying with storage, I want to make a tool rack. And a tool rack is wood. Let's grab some more planks. As far as I know, a tool rack is planks and an iron, slabs and an iron core. Yep, slabs around an iron core. That's not too hard. Pop the slabs down and pop a piece of iron in the center. And there we go, we have a tool rack. I also need to make some upgrades for my drawers. And the way I do that is sticks around a drawer, and that gives me drawer upgrades, and then if I put sticks and iron around this will give me a grade 1 upgrade. There we go. And I also need to make a drawer key, which I believe is gold and one of these. Drawer key. There we go. So 2 gold, a gold nugget, and one of these. 2 gold and a gold nugget. I have pre-prepped for this. And there we go. We have 2 more quests complete. So that gives us a purple heart clock, and this gives us 4 drawer keys, which just allow you to lock up your drawers to be a bit safer. And the purple heart clock is just a nice, pretty clock, which I will later on be putting in my sort of captain's quarters. So we've done those quests, and we now move on to things like control drawers, armor storage, and some better backpacks, satchels, and diggers' backpacks. However, we have some other things I want to look at. I want to look at building a windmill and a clockwork generator. So a clockwork generator requires a clock, surprisingly, and you can make it with gold, but aluminium brass is cheaper. So we have aluminium brass, and the clockwork engine is just wood, glass, a piston, and a copper gear. So we should have a copper gear in here, and we have wood, glass, a piston, a clock, and a copper gear, and there's our clockwork engine. And the way the clockwork engine works is you pop the clockwork engine down and you right click it, and this charges up the clockwork engine. And then you use a lever, which we can make quickly with cobblestone and a stick. And then you can use a lever to activate it, and it will pump out its clockwork goodness. It's an interesting idea. It allows you to get power for nothing, literally just power for right-clicking, which is useful at times. So if I pump this up, charge this up like this, and then pop the lever down behind it, there we go. Oh, I don't need the lever, and this is pumping redstone flux into there, and that's literally how it works, how it goes about its business. So that's our clockwork engine, and that moves on to mud fuel engines, and that gives us a clock as well. So that gives us our clock back. Other things I want to have a look at, I want to have a look at our wind power, so a flux windmill and an iron rotor. The iron rotor is really easy, we just make a shape out of that. The flux windmill is a little bit more complex. So the flux windmill is a machine frame redstone, a redstone transmission coil. So the redstone transmission coil is redstone and silver. The machine frame is glass, I think it's glass and tin. Glass and iron. My mistake. Is that a basic one? Basic machine frame. Yeah, glass and iron with a tin gear. So glass around a tin gear, and then iron around that, and we have machine frame. And that means we need a machine frame, 2 tin, a redstone, and a coil. Machine frame, 2 tin, a coil, and a redstone. And this gives us a windmill. And the windmill works just to generate power. You put it down, and you put a rotor on it, and if it's not got anything blocking it, see this has got things blocking it, it needs to have basically a 3x3x10 free space in front of it. It will generate power. It doesn't generate a lot of power low down. It's best to have it much higher up where it will generate more power. So I'll be setting that up later on to generate more power from a higher position. And that gives us a solar panel Mark II, which is much more useful because we can just whack it down there. And this is 16 times more efficient than one of those. So you have to make 8 of these to make one of these, but it's 16 times more efficient. So it's actually worth upgrading your solar panels, because you only have to use 8 redstone and 24 silver, and you can increase it to 16 times its... So 10 redstone, 24 silver, and a gold, and everything else is just easy to come by. And that gives you a 16 times increase. So it basically doubles the effectiveness of what you've built. So that's definitely worth it. And we also have thaumaturgy, which I'm going to be working on. I need to make some things for thaumaturgy. I also want to show you the builder's wand, 2 diamonds, because I now have plenty of diamonds and an obsidian. Makes me a builder's wand, and this is what builder's wands do. If I put down this and then I point this at the top of them, I can now build a wall really quickly. So builder's wands are definitely worth investing into once you have enough diamond, and I definitely have enough diamond. So those are my quests that I've built for now. I'm going to move on from building quests, and I'm going to move on to just show you what's going to be happening with crops, because there's a lot to do with crops. I'm going to be doing an awful lot of sort of development with crops, and I need my rake. So over here on my green crystal island, equip my throwing daggers because there's a sheep up there. Kill the sheep. Over here I have finished making these 10-10-10. It's worth making them 10-10-10 to start with because you'll get better results. And now I have to crossbreed them. So if I crossbreed, nope, that's sugarcane, I don't want sugarcane. If I crossbreed sugarcane and lettuce, I should get one thing. This should produce me barley. This should produce me rhubarb. This should produce me barley. This should produce me can't remember what it is, some kind of tuberous thing. And so it all breeds with the sugarcane. So I've got rhubarb from there, I've got weeds there which I don't want, I've got barley there, so that's produced most of what I want to produce. So I've got barley and rhubarb. I've now got, nope, that's carrot seeds. You can get rid of them with the rake, but sugarcane. And this is the progress for progressing agricraft. Now I have to do this a lot because basically there's whole sequences of these that you have to do. Carrots. Is it carrots and sugarcane? Uses. So if I mix carrots and normal seeds, I get sugarcane. If I mix carrots and potatoes, I get pumpkins, which I've already got. Pumpkins and carrots get me melons, which I've already got. Carrots and radishes, carrots and beet. Carrots and sugarcane get me scallion. So carrots and sugarcane should get me scallion. In the meantime, these have given me my bean seeds. and this will give me scallion, and then this is what happens kind of for Agricraft. So I'll be doing most of Agricraft off screen, because literally I do this, I then get them up to 10, 10, 10, and once they're up to 10, 10, 10, I will make the next in the line of seeds. It really does not want to give me scallion seeds. I have carrot and sugarcane, but it does not want to give me scallion seeds. But the reason we get them to up to 10, 10, 10 first is if you look at my new seeds, barley should start out as a 5, 5, 5. So it's much easier to rank it up and get it to a higher level. And this is what I'm going to be doing. And just to show you why I'm not going to be doing this on camera, these are all the Agricraft seeds. Here, these are all the Agricraft seeds, and all of these are crossbred seeds from different things. And these are all the normal flower seeds, and all of these are crossbred from different things. Recipe, those are pumpkin seeds and sugarcane seeds to give me poppy, sugarcane and melon to give me dandelion, and then I breed those together to give me the basic versions of the mystical flower seeds which I need for Botania. So I'll be doing all of that off screen, because it is literally just me standing here, putting crops down, watering crops, getting things up to 10, 10, 10, and then doing the next set. There's my scallions. So that's the end of this episode. As you can see, we've been progressing quite quickly with quests. We have armor, we have some 10, 10, 10 seeds, which we can put away, and then we have some 5, 5, 5 seeds, which we're going to use to grow better crops. And that's what I'm going to be doing for a while. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!